Doflamingo, patricide, mass murder, attempted paluticide, piracy, slavery, torture, mutilation, SA, incrimination, trafficking, mass destruction, abuse of power, brainwashing, conspiracy, usurpation, tyranny, illegal gun manufacturing and distribution, illegal substance manufacturing and distribution. These are all the crimes that our favorite bad guy, Doflamingo, was accused of doing, and in this video, we'll see if he was really wrong for this. Alright, let's start with patricide. Here's a quick little backstory. Doflamingo was born a celestial dragon, and that means he had everything you can ask for. Money, status, and slaves, and other things kids love. Then one day his dad decided to move his family somewhere else because of vibes. Side note, celestial dragons are the most hated people in the One Piece world. They have killed whoever and put people's family members into slavery. So the general public aren't their biggest fans. And if they mess with the dragons, they get the strongest people on earth to end their entire village, bloodline, whole city, gone. So imagine if your biggest op, who took your girl, slapped you in the face every day and robbed you, and you never did anything to them because they had bodyguards. What would you do if you caught them on their ones? If you said put them on the cross and then burn them, then you are on the same wavelength as the people. But luckily, Doffy's aura was too much for the people, and him, his brother, and his dad happened to escape. Quick side note, his mom died a little bit before in their other place or whatever. That doesn't matter. So imagine you are Doffy and your life got messed up because of the decisions of your dad. So in a genius play to get in good graces with celestial dragons, he murked his dad and took his body as an apology. But guess what? It didn't work, so he pretty much did it for nothing except for revenge. Do I blame bro? Not really, because you're telling me I could have had money and slaves, but you wanted to be normal? Low-key, natural selection. Next, let's talk about illegal gun manufacturing and distribution. After having to live in the hood, making out the mud, Doffy became the kingpin of a drug ring and a drug weapon ring. He was selling to the Emperor of the Sea and other people who so happened to use them for small stuff like taking over countries. You know what I'm saying? Nothing major like that. This isn't Doffy's fault because they were gonna do it anyway, so you might as well get some money from it. Also, the drug part. Just because he was barely associated with Caesar, who was making drugs that made people laugh for the rest of their lives and made kids his science experiments, that has nothing to do with Doflamingo, because who even said he knew what was going on? Next up, let's talk about patricide. So yeah, he killed his brother, but there was a reason he killed his brother. So his brother was Corazon, who was a part of his crew doing all the crimes with his brother, one of Doffy's most trusted people. Then one day, because of a kid with Ebola, Corazon decided to leave. And it turns out that Corazon was a snitch and told the feds all of his brother's plans. So what would you do if your bro was telling the feds your plans and messing with your money? And if you thought, get that file and walk him down, we are really on the same mental pathway. Because that's what happened. When Doflamingo was trying to get the op route, Corazon got in the way, and it was the last straw. So as you do, he walked him down and let that fire blow. So in my eyes, nothing wrong. Tyranny, attempted paluticide, slavery, usurpation, brainwashing. So in the world of One Piece, piracy is illegal. But if you are something called a warlord, you get a pass from the government to do whatever, pretty much whatever you want. But you have to show up where and whenever they need you. Other than that, you can commit as much crime as you want or get a pass. And guess what? Doflamingo worked his way up from the mud to become a warlord. So using this freedom, Doffy decided to make an investment in an island and basically overthrew the kingdom. Well, technically it was his family's island back in the olden days, but stuff happened, yada yada yada. Moving on. So yeah, one day the king started doing some population control and cleared some space. The king did it, and Doffy stopped him and saved the lives of the people like a hero. Alright, who cares if Doffy has puppet powers and controls the king to do it? To be honest, sounds more like a skill issue, because a man like me could never, you know what I'm saying? I'll never let another man control me. That's all I'm saying. After saving the people from the monstrous king, they made our boy king. As king, some people are going to be haters. So to calm the hate, he turned people into toys. Yeah. Brainwashed them and made them unpaid interns in a factory. Also, the family members of the toys don't remember them, so technically, no harm, no foul. People live their lives, and the toys get work experience for their resume. Was Doffy wrong or a tyrant? Not really, because we're living people like regular people. Who cares if toys can remember their families, yada yada yada, but their families think they are crazy? You know what I'm saying? Who cares if their wife is getting piped by another man because she forgot she had a husband, or their son is calling another man dad? You know what I'm saying? Semantics. Oh yeah, quick bonus, attempted patricide. So, Luvian people pulled up to Dressrosa and tried to whip Doffy for several reasons that I won't name. So, they were fighting, and out of boredom, Doffy decided to do some, how should I say, renovations on the whole city with the people inside. Technically, this is bad, but it was attempted, meaning no one died, so we're good. Alright, to end it off, was Doflamingo really wrong? Technically, no. Because for all intent and purposes, he had the freedom to do so. So if you really think about it, if you were supposed to be entitled to everything the world had to offer, but you were forced to leave that life to go to the hood and almost die, then you get to a point where you can take all that you wanted, such were entitled to. Wouldn't you take the opportunity to use it? But realistically, yes, he was wrong. Jesus, don't cancel me, don't call me a crazy person or whatever. But with all that being said, that's all for now, folks, and see you next time.